Welcome back, guys, to another exciting episode of I don't know anymore. So I just want to start this video off by saying thank you to that marble for whatever this was. Um, like, yeah, totally. I'll accept 300 gems. We apologize for the inconvenience. I don't know what inconvenience. Maybe it was like, a year's worth of shafting, but hey, just 300 diamonds because, they felt like it. So I really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure everybody else will too. Very much. There we go. Sorry, the game, again, it's not supposed to. Okay, this is going to be quite a longish video. Unfortunately, I got asked a couple questions today about training Grotto, and I felt like, okay, maybe I should just make a video about it. So I've just saved up the key or whatever you use, the gem, and we just opened it, and this is training Grotto. So I advise you guys to watch a dark skin video. I think it's Dark Skin Games, DSG. He did this way in the beginning, back before Global even had training Grotto. I think he was playing on JP. And basically you've got all these beautiful floating crystals, and this allows you to get a lot of material for further awakening equipment, especially ultra raring them onto people. So the idea would be to have, I think the minimum is 48 characters that you need. I forget the total now. But yeah, what you would want to have is one level 80 champion, especially for people starting out. You would want one level 80 and two level 60s or three level 60s. Because you'll be going through these fights and stuff, and as you clear them, because you'll see on the side you've got like this over here-ish. Wait, I can do this. Yeah, do that. And then, okay, so over here, over there, it's got this little full bar. So basically every 3 matches you do, you'll end up fighting one of your own teams, maybe. If you do level 1 and 2, that bar won't fill up as quickly. But if you do level 3, every 3 will be a guaranteed step. So there's 9 stages in total, and for every 3 that you complete, there's an extra one where you fight one of your random teams that you've used throughout the training grotto. So I thought maybe let me just make a long video and show you guys what I'm using for this. This is no actual great strategy on most of them. It's just basically to clear them. There's a few other units that you can use, and you can check the Netmarble's website out. They do give out a few there too. This is what I'm using, and it's been working for quite a few months. So it's been going quite well. These start off just like normal matches. Some of them are really difficult. Yeah, so thing about this fight though is I just sync in with I think it's Jericho. That's all you want to do. Valenti is just there to make everybody else survive longer because it's tanky. Gilthun in the back just to make everybody live longer. Lilia as well, not really that much, but she's got an attack down card, which is pretty useful to sometimes make her survive, one of these fights. And if one or two of the champions die, it's not too much. The main objective is just to beat this. So we'll do this, we'll do that, and then do this. So yeah, like, man, Lilia, Green Lilia almost never survives this fight. We'll defense down, we'll attack it, and all. It should be gone. Go, go, Jericho. Yeah, there we go. Yay. Alright, first one done. So, I basically used the same team even when the other two were level 60, Valenti and Lilia. And it still worked because it kind of targets sorry Lilia first because she's got the least amount of HP out of all of them, and then Valenti as well. I had a bit of a trick though when I level 80'd all of them, because that thing wouldn't stop targeting Jericho, which was the main DPS. So I had to up her stuff just so that she out CCs the green Lilia. Alright, so this guy, you can go read all their stuff. Increases attack related stats by 3% whenever he's attacked. Can stack up to 10 times, so it's a 30% buff. Immune to stun, petrify, and attack disable. Number of skill users increased by 2. Most of them's got that increased skills by 2. And these fights, like I said, it gets a little bit tricky. You still can get clapped. Obviously, the better teams that you make, the easier it becomes. But the level 3s are the ones that you actually want to do, because that gives you the most amount of materials per run. And you'll get one of these gems once a week, I believe. Also used for hawk passes and all kinds of fun quest stuff. What are we doing here? We'll just start by doing some damage. This is the weak point one? Yeah, that's the weak point one. So, I think I forgot to mention, but once you've used the champion, you cannot use them again throughout the training grotto. This is what makes it really, really tricky, and why you need like 48 units. That's pretty beefy. In the beginning, you can just farm level 1s or 2 if you can. The most important is just to actually try and attempt. The level 1s and 2s don't have so many restricting abilities, and they don't do half as much damage as the other ones do. Okay, cool. He's still weak pointed, so we can do taunt. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, the RNG, man. Apparently the ad's the one clapping this one. Do this, I do that. I'm not sure if this... That might work. I forgot now. I'm not sure if he is like immune to removing ult. Almost kill. I should have just full went for it, but it did remove the ult. Okay, so that's great. Again, you don't need the whole party to live. Even if you only have a single unit left, that is 100% fine. We're just going to finish this quickly. The other two are not even going to go. The end's just going to end. There is one boss or one of these fights that's still very, very tricky, and I feel it's very RNG compelled. Let's go with compelled. So it's a red crystal, and the team that I'm using for it is basically Kingbrim, if any of you guys know Kingbrim. So it's red Gother in the middle, red Halbrim on the side, and blue King. And all you want to do is up onto either of them that's got the most amount of cards to petrify. And you have to kill this thing by like constantly petrifying it, because when it does smack, it really, really hurts, and there's not much you can do. Yeah, if you ult it and it survives below 50% HP, it like just restores a chunk of HP, and it's just not a good way to start. This one's really easy. Same cheat code for this would be the red, what's his name? Red Slater. Red Slater would be the cheat code for this. The other people in this are just here to do damage. They really don't necessarily have to be these champs. They could be any red units. I'm just using them because they're spare, and I don't really use them throughout anywhere else in the training grotto. So, and Derek is she smacks really hard. But I think we'll get melee ult instead. We can smack with. Let's do that. So yeah, like he disables buffs and is really hectic, like buff skills, debuff skills. I think he only relieves, decreases attack related stats by 20% and disables everything except attack skills. I don't think supers count underneath that thing, but still, that's a really epic passive. I'm just gonna use this in case it does live, and then melee can smack it next turn into tier 3. Does live, the melee ult. This Slater finishes. The real OG of that fight is Red Slater. Definitely a good unit to have up. Even if he's level 60, he's still really worth. I would take him up to 80 in URM. Definitely a champion to favorite and keep him up there. Even Blue Slater. I've been surprised by Blue Slater's damage many times, and Monkey Boy keeps trying to show me the real damage Blue Slater outputs. Yeah, whenever we do Red Demons, he's like, that's... this is a golden crystal, and you'll see it, the bar on the side has gotten up to 3, and now this basically means that I get to fight one of the teams I used in the first 3 fights of the training grotto. You can view the team. I'm not gonna, but like I'm not too worried about the team. So this is the previous team I used, and this is just the auto set from my last run. So I know these champs aren't being used for the whole thing. So this one I auto set, and then because once you've played it through, it will remember the champions you used for this fight, like all 9 fights that you used for. So the level 1s and the level 2s. The only bad thing is if you change your account over to another device or back again, it will forget the comps that you used. So that does suck a bit. Also, the game forgets recent foods that you made and like small stuff you wouldn't actually notice. Yeah, that's fully whack in. Okay. So again, you only need 1 level 18 as long as you can more or less kill the main damage dealer of that team. You should be golden. Like back when this just came out, we could barely do level 3s and level 2s, so we'd bounce around for about a month or 2 doing level 1s, and then eventually did level 2s, and then Monkey Boy was like, oh yeah, dude, you'd never believe what I just did today. I finished all 3 on level 3, and then, you know, it was like, challenge accepted, had to do it. So this fight particularly, there's no actual like real strategy for it. It's just killing whoever you can. Green Dian probably wasn't the Green Giant Dian was probably not the best suited for this, but I know she's open and I can use her, so that's fine. Not too worried. The Sariel the Escador will carry. I'll just do that. He should be gone. Do that, and then I don't know. Just in case any of the 2 survive, we'll do that one. Okay, that went well. Nice. So by fighting your own team, you get like quite a lot of rewards. In this, we got a total of 5 Super Awakening coins, which you need for the equipment, including normal Super Awakening coins. I think those are engraving stones, to be honest. You need like a level 7 blue stone, and then you can use one of these purple stones to engrave equipment onto a champion, and they significantly increase the attack that or amount of stats that this piece of equipment gives, but to whoever you engrave it to. Like Escanor, my Escanor's got a fully UR set onto him, so it'll give more stats to any Escanor than it would give to Meliodas or to anybody else. So this isn't the red giant that I use Halberd for. This blue melee that you get in the beginning, that's like really terrible, or really good, depending on how you've played him. He seems to be really good for this fight. So we'll do that, we'll do bleed, and then we'll do some weak point. This giant does remove debuffs. He removes 1 debuff at the start of the turn. Of his turn, so you can't actually petrify him because that's 1 debuff, and if you do petrify him, you can't have more. So Goddess Liz might actually work really well here. I haven't tried it, but might do. Because she does stun, and with stun you can still have other debuffs on, but not petrify. Let's see, we can do... Gala just gets smacked in this one though. Legit, he doesn't do much. Except scream. But yeah, the red and blue one are both pretty good for this fight. They do tank around a bit, and I put the red Goddess Liz in the back, so they always heal up. This giant's ult doesn't do too much damage. You don't have to worry too much about that. Couldn't show it, but he basically third lives. Well, he takes about a third of everybody's life away when he does ult, because it's the AoE ult. Not bad, but it's just a lot more scary than what it actually is, so don't worry too much about that. Okay, to the next one. No, we don't want to do those. Okay. This is the one. If you guys have better team suggestions for this fight, I'm all ears for it. From what I've seen and what what I've tried out, nothing really works on this thing. It is immune to effects which deplete the ultimate move gauge, so you cannot remove its ult, and when it does get ult, it does smack quite hard. Recovers 50% of lost HP when surviving an ultimate move. Oh, okay, so you'll just heal up half of his HP if he survives ultimate move. And you can't one-shot this guy with these two. Maybe if you've got a 6/6, but that's still the same. And what's this last one? Immune to freeze and stun. But he's not immune to petrify. Okay, so I've got 2 petrify on king cards, so I'm going to up onto king. I'm going to do a bit of damage with Halberd, and then I'm going to petrify. And you basically just shuffle through this until you can get him down. Because he'll constantly every turn gain ult gauge until he can ult, and then you can't. Okay, so we're a bit of in a card conundrum. So I'm gonna do this one, and then this, and then that, and hope we get a rank up or another petrify. This is just purely to do damage, because the more damage you do to him, obviously the less worry. We've got, it's taken us 2 turns to just get him below half HP. Oh, that's beautiful. So we could we do that. I almost want to do this, and then we'll do that. So we do have Halbram's ult for the next turn, as well as he can't move, and I don't think he'll survive Halbram's ult with that much HP. But even when this Oak is at 50% HP, or just below it, even when you ult, it's normally not enough to kill him. So just to make sure I'm upping onto Halbram, we will do that one, and we could have actually done King. And just Petrify at the end, just to make sure that he does not get out of this. Alright, for me that is the most difficult fight of this whole training grotto, because you are reliant on the cards that you get, and not just that, you've got to take in consideration like what cards of yours does damage compared to what you need to shift around in order to petrify this guy every turn. You can petrify him for 2 turns. You can do that if you have like a rank 3. You can do that to buy yourself some time and shuffle around to get more cards. I've had to do that a couple times, but yeah, it is definitely doable. Alright, now we're almost at 6, which is great. Almost there, guys, almost there. Hendrickson in this training grotto, you just need to ult control him. I'll go through his increased crit damage by 3% per hero skill used, no limit. So this Oak just does a lot more crit damage every single time he uses a skill, which is 3 per turn. Yeah, that's the normal one. And what's the second one? Increases crit chance by 3%. Oh, as well. So he will never stop critting, and he'll do more damage every time he does. That's good to know. This green go through is really useful for this fight. Estarossa is okay, because he doesn't actually have ult removal, and Green Dairy is also kind of good. She does more damage on AoEs and stuff, but the trick with this one, I feel, is like the green Goather does sink his ship. If you can get Green Goather's ult, he actually does a lot of damage to this Hendrickson, and he has a lot of ult control. Sorry about that. So do this, and we'll just do that. So Estarossa's taunt, I feel, is like one of the most brokenest things ever. It's really, like, Essa himself is really good, like really good. Maybe not so much for PvP at the moment, but I've seen some hectic comps with him. Dairy almost died. That's really concerning. We'll do the taunt. I think this does ult remove. Yeah, it does. So we'll do ult remove, and then we'll hit in there. Goather's pink card reduces the amount of ult damage ultimate move does. It doesn't actually do any other like things to it, but it literally reduces the damage by 40% for 2 turns on a 2-star card. So even if you don't have champions that do ult removal, you could still kind of get away with using him. His single on this doesn't do that much, just decreases skill ranks. But if you have a 2-star of him, decreases skill ranks, then depletes the ultimate move gauge by the number of skill ranks decreased. So if you decrease 1, which, you know, most bots, that single player, they normally only have 2 and 3-star cards. You will remove an ult gauge with that card. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna just do that so she can lifesteal a little bit. Maybe I should end with the boy Goather though. Esther's ult is also really great. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I'll explain it. If not, then, you know, just skip 5 or 10 seconds ahead. Just double click that side button. So Esther's ult will basically stop an enemy if he's trying to attack. Doesn't apply to Goddess Liz. Like, if she ults, that only applies buffs to her own team, the thorn damage. And you can actually conk Esterosa like that by forcing him to ult, and it gets quite rough. Preemptive strike becomes immune to ultimate move gauge depletion, affects and attacks before the enemy does, assumes a stance for 1 turn, and performs preemptive strike. Before an ally is attacked, inflict 420% of the attack and disabling all skills. So it basically conks somebody's whole turn. By that, I mean we could do this. We don't need to worry about the ult. We'll do that just to be safe. But the moment Hendrickson goes to do anything besides a buff skill on himself, Esther will kick in and do one of those things, and the enemy's turn is over. That's as simple as that is. And then here's Boy Gother, yay! So his ultimate is basically the same as his finger pistols, this overdrive thing. And this should end it. Doesn't matter. Good old green Gother. And not the festival one. Alright, now we've cleared 6 of them. Another magical golden or yellow crystal will pop up, and it'll be one of the teams that we've used so far through the training grotto. You can use subs. Subs are still swappable. It's just the main 4 you won't be able to use again. So if you've got like a really strong Escanor or whatever you've built, that is normally a good start. To put him as sub, like Slater for instance. Like I've already used Gother, I can't use him again. But Slater, I can use Slater, which is on Gother, as you guys can see. For this though, I normally just go and check what the team is. So it's a team we just had now, which isn't too great. It's mainly green. So any red units that's like really strong, like Lost Vein. Lost Vein should auto win this, to be honest. I know Easton doesn't get used in this. So we'll put Easton in. We'll say okay. Lilia is the one, and Zaldris on there. Green Helbram, I'm sure we used later. And the red Jericho's new, so I haven't used her. I'll put them on. So as you can see, these are all the champs we've used throughout the fights. And we can't use them at all again for anything. Which is kind of suckish, but, you know, assuming they want to make the difficulty a bit harder. We don't need anything special. Lost Vein will carry this fight. It is like mono green. We'll put her on, and then some sub-staff. Gustav is also really good. His fight will be coming up shortly. It's against, I think, a blue dragon. And you just freeze the thing. Green Escanor and Gustav can solo that thing. I'm 100% sure. I'll actually give it a go. CC 1-star first, but Gustav just freezes and Escanor smacks in, and then like turn 2 or 3, Escanor just ults the thing. Save up, and we can throw away some cards. Who's got least crush resistance? Maybe Derry. She's still level 60. Let's try and crit something. No crits, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. Patience. Yeah. Yeah. So we can do that. We can go in. I was kind of hoping for crit. Let's do that. We can make Ethan go a little bit. And then Esther wants to come in to play. We'll do that. He ranked it down but critted and ranked everything up. And then Esther just did the... Oh no, and he ranked me down again? No, no, he did. He did it. He did a crit. No. What? Alright. We'll still do this though. I feel like I have to. If they make it to the second one, it's plenty. We'll buff. I don't think it matters, but we'll do that. And we'll just, I mean, they were gonna carry this anyway. Yeah. I'm so excited. I've saved up 400 diamonds so far now with the plus 300. That's amazing. The ReZero collab should be coming out anytime soon now. I think Monkey Boy said it's next week Tuesday. So that's great. But there's a lot of stuff coming. I believe the Stranger Things collab has been confirmed. So that should be interesting. I don't know if there's any collab you guys would have liked to have seen, you know, happen with Netmarble. Which ones would it be? Drop it in the comments. We can make a full-fledged video. Me personally, I would like to see Fairy Tail in this game. I think Fairy Tail champions would just be crazy, like full summon on that. I think you can freeze this thing. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't show this thing's abilities. It's not really one of the harder ones. Like Merlin just freezes, and even when she can't freeze, it's still pretty easy. This is the comp I'm using, but I'm 100% sure there are better ones for this fight specifically. Let's check here. We can get Merlin's ult. That should hurt a bit. Oh, the final boss battle coming up. Gallant and Melascula sets look amazing. I'll have to drop a picture in here somewhere though, so anyone watching this video will be able to see it. It is absolutely, like, even Gallant stuff is really great. The Cockroach Lord. And we're almost done with training Grotto. Can't believe it. Alright, here's the dragon. Green Escanor and Gustav. Halbrim really doesn't do much in this fight. He buffs the other two, but when Escanor gets ult, he just removes all buffs and debuffs from him because, you know, he's Escanor. Who decided that? choices. So do that. It looks really amazing, the fireball and the frost ball together. It was really nice combo. Only Halberd cards. I kind of wish I didn't freeze him. So the Drake normally just kills Halberd, so I only have him level 60, and his passive is that he revives. So it does kind of help. That buff does nothing. We might be better off just actually doing some damage to it and trying to get, as if I buff Escanor's attack would give him ultimate, which means he'd remove the attack bonus and do nothing more. We've got Escanor's ult. Don't think the rest matters. No. Yeah. Is it like that's one of the easiest of the training grottos there. And then I think we've got 2 more left. The one actual training grotto and whatever they throw back at us. It's Halberd. He had a few tricks to him though. Oh, can't use blue Halberd. Damn it. And suppose we can use Aaron. I don't actually think he's gonna do better, but hey, he's pretty good. Aaron is like totally the OG of the Attack on Titans collab. Like the free SR. He's the best SR unit. I'm not sure if they gave him to us 6/6. I think it's the only Attack on Titans unit I've got actually, which is sad. But no diamonds, you know. Sad. Okay, we got Goddess Liz. I don't think I have a particular strategy for this. I'm sure there's a better comp. Somebody that deals like the red Slater that stops the use of debuff. And I actually think there's a Liz. I can't remember if it's a blue Liz. It's not the Iliork one. It's probably a blue Liz. Not the Goddess Liz that we've got currently running now, but there's another one, not too great of a Liz, and she does AoE actually, debuff removal. Prevents them from actually using it. We don't have any weak point. This sucks. Let's get Rimmeru's ult. Don't kill Rimmeru. He kills Rimmeru. Oh, Goddess Liz revive. Oh, I was gonna say, I almost like you now, Goddess Liz. I almost like you now. You do that, and then here, have a stun. Oh, this is double stun. Nobody saw that. Just saying, absolutely nobody saw the double stun. We're gonna do that, and just to make sure Rimmeru survives, we're all shield. So these are just combinations we've thrown together now just to make this go as fast as we can. Fortunately and unfortunately, I still have a day job, so That is really fun and very difficult to find time to actually try different strategies out and still keep up with all dailies. This thing smacked my poor Rimuru. I don't know what's worse, if Tormiel ends it or if Goddess Liz ends it. I'm assuming maybe Goddess Liz, but yeah, her 1-star is poor Halbram didn't even survive a 1-star Goddess Liz attack. Ugh, noob. So Training Grotto gives you like all these amazing rewards. The Awakening Stones are always loved and needed. Amber Key, refiring the power that flowed out from the Goddess Amber can be used to draw equipment. So I think you use this to draw equipment in the menu set. I'll show you guys now. And then we've got one last golden crystal, which will be one of the teams we use. Hopefully it's not that tank team. 116. It's that team we just used. But we can just say auto set because we've used all the champs that we've needed to. That's not bad. Yeah, let's use stamina. Stamina is good. Oh, Arthur. I think Arthur also disables buffs on the 2-star. I'll check now. It's on that 2-star string of him. Poor King. Disable buff and debuff skill. So it doesn't remove them, it just stops him from using it. I think that might trigger Goddess Liz's revive. So let's do this. We'll use the single and Rimuru. We'll use that, and then we'll fire that off. Because they're just attacking. They're not buffing or standing still. So. Why is Goddess Liz critting so much? See, that might do. Or let's do this. Don't kill King! Don't kill King! Yay! King lived! Now you can ult, buddy. Actually, we won't take the spotlight away from you. We'll ult. Then I think we'll shield and we'll just do that to whatever lives. I'm assuming it's Aaron. Oh! Okay. Alright, and that's Training Grotto, guys. Hope you guys found the video helpful, at least. Sorry, it's, I'm assuming 45 minutes, almost 50 minutes. It's absolutely ridiculous. But that's Training Grotto, level 3 in a nutshell. in case you don't know, I'll do a video on the engraving stuff. Not today though, like this one is long enough. But yeah, you'll do it this side and you'll basically just pick a equipment piece. It's currently on Lilia. You'll select it and you'll go to Heroes. And then go find the champion you want to engrave it on, which this one is currently Lilia. Where is she? Lilia! There she is. And you'll select that and you'll say select, and then see I'm out of those beautiful. So actually 6-star awakening stones, not 7. Sorry. You can trade for them, but yeah, so once you have 7 of those and you got some of these guys, it costs 10 of the purple ones and then 1 of the blue ones, and then 500,000 gold, and then you'll engrave it onto the champion, and that equipment piece will become way stronger on that champion anyway. You can trade this king inside your tavern for the level 7s or 6s, sorry. These stones are like so hard to come by. I don't know where to farm them. If you do know, please drop a comment. I'd love to know. You can get some of them from doing daily death matches and like generally all over the show. Those keys, I think they're in here, not that I use. Yeah, they are. The amber keys, we can use them. And it'll take you to the equipment drawer. You can't do a auto set and just let it salvage. If you don't want equipment, but this is what I would normally do. Keep the SSR pieces. If you're just starting up, SR also not too bad. I mean, if you've got good stats on them, they'll probably beat SSR ones if the stats are not good. But everyone's lucky now that you can just up equipment's stats. Let me show you guys before the video ends. So if the stat got really bad, you can re-roll that too. Now with anvils, before you couldn't, you'd have to use diamonds. I think it was 2 diamonds in order to do it. Yeah, so you can re-roll this and get higher stats, and you can farm for anvils. I think in the training, not the training grotto, the special dungeon has got it. So yeah, that's not that is actually quite bad, but you can automatically set it for how much the minimum is and say apply, and it'll just carry on until it stops. So I can say apply, say repeat change, and it will just keep going until it hits that mark. That's not too bad. We'll keep that. There you go. Hope this video helped you guys out a little bit. It is a little bit long to go through. I would suggest maybe just skipping through to find some team comps that work for you, or maybe this gives you an idea of what training grotto is like and what you like kind of need to do it on max. Yeah, that's it for us. I do appreciate the video, the views, guys. Sorry for that. It's just been a rough week so far. But yeah, hope to see you guys on the next one. Stay safe and enjoy.